We're getting reports from the US media that there's been a shootout reported at the Los Angeles airport. There is one gunman who is believed to be at the airport. This is the Los Angeles airport, getting you a view from the Google Maps where a shootout has been reported. More media reports trickling in as we speak to you. But this we can show you is how the Los Angeles airport is structured, where a shootout has been reported. It's a major security breach, as US media reports are suggesting an active shooter at the Los Angeles airport. This is the information that we are getting at the moment from the US media reports, which have said that all air traffic at Los Angeles International Airport is currently on hold. Police are responding to reports of an active shooter at the Los Angeles airport, but there's been no confirmation that shots have been fired. Maha Siddiqui joining us with more details. Maha, what are you picking up?
Well, what we understand from the tweets that some of the people have put out immediately is that when some of the passengers went towards Terminal 4, some are also suggesting Terminal 8, then they heard security shout that there is an active shooter and was asking people to run. Many people, I believe, at this point in time have taken shelter in an enclosed area because the security forces themselves are evacuating the entire Terminal 4 and Terminal 8 area. The passengers, nobody is heading into that direction anymore. There is one active shooter, at least that is the preliminary information that is coming in. Certainly a huge security breach there, considering that all airports are areas which are always sanitized. There are constant checks in these areas, and how an active shooter could have entered at least what we understand one terminal. We'll have to wait and see whether this terminal is towards the inside, or whether how many security checks could he cross, or whether he was just on the periphery. Those details are yet to come in.
We do understand, Maha, right now from the reports from, again, the US media that the shootout happened near 9 to 10 p.m. local time. We are telling our viewers that these are the visuals that are right now coming from the international media as we take you through the story. So, Maha, we're waiting confirmation, but the shootout could have taken place inside the terminal as well. US media reports suggesting it could be at Terminal 8.
Well, at least some of the tweets that people have been, and especially passengers who were alerted by the security forces that have been put out, suggest that the active shooter is near one of the terminals. Now, as I was saying, some people are suggesting it's near Terminal 8. There is another passenger who tweeted saying that while he was stepping out and he was very close to Terminal number 4, he heard security guards saying, "Run for cover," and that there is an active shootout situation in the area. The entire area at this moment, the primary focus of the security forces is to evacuate every passenger so that there is no casualty, or the casualty, at least in this case, is minimized. That is the first aim of the security forces, after which, of course, is to, get overpower this shooter. What most people are saying at this point is that there is one active shooter. That is what the security forces are saying, who are present there at Los Angeles International Airport. Of course, as we understand at this point, a lot of people have tried to take shelter in whichever enclosed areas that they could have found. Some people have rushed into some enclosed cafeterias in that area, taking shelter. That's what most people do. Even in the past shootouts, Devina, that we've seen, people try to take cover under tables, in enclosed rooms, lock it up so that the shooter is not able to barge inside.
All right, Maha, stay with us, because I can tell our viewers right now we do have Los Angeles Airport Police Department has tweeted all precautions being taken to ensure safety of public. Remain calm. Thank you for your cooperation. Passengers are reportedly also tweeting about the security incident at the Los Angeles airport. Many posts flooding on the social media also about reports of an active shooter. We are waiting confirmation on that, but we do know that there's been a security breach at the Los Angeles airport. They're also saying the police is working hard right now to ensure that all safety precautions are taken. Let me take our viewers through this tweet which has just come in. We're staying with the visuals but telling you about the tweet that has come in. At this point, no confirmation of shooting can be verified is from the Los Angeles airport official handle, LA Airport PD working to confirm reports. Please check with airlines if heading to Los Angeles airport. So Maha, we do know that air traffic has been stopped around Los Angeles airport.
Yes, actually, that is the SOP in any situation of this nature. If there is an active shooter, then it is certainly not possible for people to move towards the terminals. And that is why all air traffic in that area has at the moment been stopped. The passengers have been alerted. They have been asked to evacuate the area. The security forces are doing the same. The primary aim of the security forces is clearly to minimize the casualty, because in any active shootout situation, the aim of the shooter is to bring as much harm to the people as possible. So therefore, the first aim is to evacuate the area, get all the passengers from those terminals away, and then try to overpower this shooter. Now, this is a serious security breach, so we can only, take a guess as to what the security forces, once they have zeroed in on the shooter, what they are likely to do with that person. At this point, the preliminary information that is trickling is that there is one active shooter. Some suggest that person is near Terminal 8. Some other passengers are suggesting that they were alerted around Terminal 4. But as you can imagine, Devina, because this is an active shootout situation, obviously there must be chaos, and therefore all the terminals must have been alerted.
Be with us, absolutely, be with us, because we are getting visuals and some tweets which have been doing rounds on the social media. At the moment, I can take our viewers through this latest picture that has come in from one of the passengers who's at the airport. We do not vouch for the authenticity of this picture, but it's on the social media, giving you a sense of what exactly is happening on the ground. You can see that how passengers are lying on the floor at the airport with their hands down as the security search is being conducted. If I can request our camera person to just zoom in to this picture which is on the social media. At the moment, you have the passengers who are lying on the floor of the airport, and you have security drill being conducted. They have their hands completely clasped under their chin, and this is happening even as a security drill is being conducted at the Los Angeles airport. Here we have a better view of how the passengers are at right now inside the terminal. It's been tweeted by @TheRedBari, who is one of the passengers at the Los Angeles airport. This is the first sort of a visual or a photograph that is coming from inside the Los Angeles airport where a shootout has been reported. Now, the media reports are not confirming any shot being fired, but security drill continues as a gunman is said to be at large at the moment, as per the US media reports. So Maha Siddiqui continues to be with us. Maha, these are some of the initial reports we're picking up from the US media that there could be one gunman at large.
Yes, at least that's what the preliminary reports are suggesting, that there is one gunman there, and it's an active shootout situation. The passengers are being evacuated from the Los Angeles International Airport. After these reports came in, the security forces also alerted the passengers and asked them to quickly evacuate the entire area. Now, police say that they are barricading some of the areas so that the people can be, put in one area, and that there is some sort of safety at least immediately for the passengers there. Police say people may be barricaded in toilets in Terminal 6, which some reports are at the moment suggesting that people are also trying to hide in a cafe near Terminal 8. So, Divina, this is actually a very scary situation that has broken out on the Los Angeles International Terminal. You can understand the kind of chaos at this moment and the fear that must be amongst the passengers who were there around the terminals, and people are trying to take cover in the cafe, in the toilets. As I was telling you, the immediate response of people is to try to push themselves into an enclosed area, lock it, barricade it, so that if there is an active shooter, the person is not able to barge inside. That is the immediate, instinctive response of the people, and that's what we are seeing happening here.
Well, Maha, I can also tell you from the Los Angeles airport, this is another fresh tweet that we have got. Upper departure and lower arrival levels of the central terminal area have been closed. So we have this reaction from the Los Angeles airport, an update where the world is watching, waiting for all those who are stuck inside the terminal. Upper departures and lower levels of the central terminal area are closed. We'll try and show you on how the entire airport structure, where these departure and arrival lounges are. But these are the visuals that we've got from the international media at the moment. Many passengers also seen fleeing from the airport after reports of a gunman being at large. All the traffic has been stopped at the Los Angeles airport, and it's a scary situation, Maha, because we've seen previously as well a security breach resulting in a shooting incident at the Los Angeles airport.
Divina, let me quickly also point out that certain reports at this point are suggesting that gunshots were heard, but there is no confirmation of any gunman being found. Now, this is a kind of a contradictory response that we are seeing from the media emerging in the United States as well. Because the initial response when gunshots were heard was that the security forces alerted all the passengers and asked them to immediately evacuate the area. We saw that many of the passengers were so scared that they just locked themselves into toilets and cafes. There are also visuals and pictures that are emerging of terrified passengers lying prostrate on the ground with their face towards the floor. And but however, at this point, even though there is a confirmation that gunshots were heard, what the reports from the U.S. now are suggesting that there is no evidence found of a gunman.
An important bit of information, Maha, that we're sharing with our viewers at this point of time, because we are still awaiting an official confirmation. The security drill continues. It's been almost about half an hour that security drill has taken place, but passengers following the standard protocol. On the screen, we can see that this is the first visual that is coming from inside the airport, tweeted on the social media. We do not vouch for the authenticity of the image, but it gives you an idea of how passengers are completely scared and following all the steps taken by the security officials. You have the SWAT team also on the ground as per the reports in the US media. On the other side of the screen, you have visuals of the Los Angeles airport taken from outside, which is also streaming in from the international media. Information very, very slow at this point of time to trickle in about if there's been a gunman at large or not. As Ma is pointing out, there are contradictory reports emerging that shots were heard. Some reports also suggesting that though those are still questions that need an official confirmation, what is confirmed at this moment is that there has been a security breach, and whether there have been one person detained or not, we need a confirmation on that. But this is the report emerging at this point of time, that one person has been detained.
One person has been detained because the gunshots were heard, in fact, inside the airport premises in Los Angeles. We also know at this point, Devina, is that the departure and the arrival decks have been closed. Nearby streets, we understand, have been jammed. People, passengers who were on the airport, they were inside the premises, have taken cover in some of the enclosed areas, in toilets, in the cafes, to stay safe in case there is an active shootout situation, which, according to the initial reports, was something that the security forces themselves alerted the passengers on the airport of. They, in fact, one of the passengers had tweeted saying that he heard a security official shouting that there is an active shootout situation, and immediately asked all passengers in that area to take cover and to evacuate that area. That is the response of the passengers then in view of that active shootout
Maha, be
situation.
with us, because we're getting this first video from outside the airport that is uploaded on the social media. Once again, this is a video that's been uploaded on the social media at this point of time. You can see passengers fleeing with their bags as a security alert is being sounded off. These are the visuals visuals that are coming from outside the Los Angeles airport. Passengers in a hurry. You can hear the sirens. There you have the police vans arriving at the Los Angeles airport as a security alert is sounded. You also have the cabin crew rushing out from outside the airport. Passengers with the heavy trolley bags all moving out in a queue, many shouting for their loved ones as panic spreads outside the Los Angeles airport. This video has been uploaded again by one of the users on the social media. Let me play it out again for our viewers, as this again is a video which has gone viral on the social media. Let me play it out for the viewers again of how there's been a panic at the Los Angeles airport. Outside the Los Angeles airport, passengers rushing out with their trolley bags, showing at this moment situation continues to remain tense. One person detained according to the reports that are emerging right now. No confirmation, but what this can show is that definitely a security alert was sounded, because you have the police vans rushing. Cabin crew again on the screen, you can see that how they are also rushing out. This is how the social media, you have the video being posted. Maha, the video telling that how situation is still tense outside the Los Angeles airport.
Absolutely. You know, the streets outside have been jammed. The departure and arrival decks have been completely cleared. As we were discussing earlier, Davina, at the moment, no takeoffs or landing happening there, because the initial reports had suggested that there was an active shootout situation. In fact, there were several calls that were made from the airport. Now we know to 911, that is the emergency number in the United States, when people said that they had heard shots, that there was an active possibility of an active shootout situation. Contradictory reports, Divina, as we were pointing out even earlier coming in, some are saying that shots were indeed fired, but there is no confirmation of whether there was an active shooter firing at people. Other reports suggest at this point that one person has in fact been detained. Now, whether he was an active shooter or that the fire went off accidentally and caused a panic there, those reports need to be confirmed at this point. We know
Evacuation
that
has happened, Maha. Absolutely. Evacuation has happened. The visuals which have been uploaded on social media at Cesars is the handle. We do not vouch for the authenticity of the video, but it's been shared to show people running at the Los Angeles airport. The alert was sounded off. You have the police vans reaching the spot. LA Fire Department coming out with a statement right now, Maha. No significant incident notice thus far, but the investigation continues. So it's been almost about a half hour, 30 minutes at Los Angeles airport. Clearance still not given by the security forces. Flights continue to be halted as search drills also continue simultaneously. One person being detained is what we do know. As Maha is pointing out right now, no official confirmation whether there's a gunman who's still roaming around, but shots heard as per some media reports. But these are visuals that we can show you on the screen, where passengers are evacuating the Los Angeles airport, security team arriving as well, and firing which was reported inside the Los Angeles airport about 30 minutes back. The security protocol being carried out at departure and arrival halls at this point of time being completely cleared. Passengers being asked to leave from the airport in a systematic manner. Some of the passengers still inside the airport. Let's put that visual also on the screen, where they are lying on the floor as the security drill is being conducted. Now, Maha, take us through the security parameters in most of these international airports, because in India you have multiple layered security system. After the 9/11, we had seen that how security was tightened at many of the US airports as well, but still threat remains.
After 9/11, no chances are taken in the United States. The security is absolutely tight. Davina, I can tell you that if they suspect anybody even slightly, so for instance, a person even steps out of line while checks are going on, they put the person through the very contentious scanner that they have, which is like a body check of the person. So that kind of minute security is looked into in the United States. They take no chances, especially at these vital installations, and especially airports, where during 9/11 we have seen how aeroplanes themselves were used as missiles, and so many people died in that attack. So clearly, the security is very tight. Now, to understand how exactly this active shootout situation took place is going to be a huge exercise for the US.
All right, Maha, stay with us. We have to slip into a short break. Continue tracking the latest development from the Los Angeles airport, where there has been a security alert sounded off. Also getting this latest image on the social media from inside the tarmac, where people are hugging each other. Flights completely stalled, but people on the ground. If I can ask my camera person to zoom in and show you these images that have come in from Los Angeles, how people are standing at the tarmac at the airport awaiting further orders. Talking more about it